Looking to buy a home but not sure where to start? Start with Homestart.
Every Tuesday morning, we've been joined by the CEO of Homestart, Andrew Mills. Not only have I personally learned so much on not only what Homestart has to offer, but learning more about the process of buying a home and how being well-informed makes it an easier process than what it seems to be on paper. We've helped out the Fresh fam with your questions you've sent in, but all good things must come to an end. So for the final time, welcome Andrew.
Oh, thanks, guys. Nice to be back.
Andrew, I feel like me and Tom are self-proclaimed experts, when our mates ask about this area of expertise. But of course, you are the proper expert, and we want to learn a little bit more while you're here.
Yeah, definitely. Happy to help.
Awesome. Well, let's jump straight into the questions. And we've got Josh from Gawler. Josh, have you got a question for Andrew?
Yeah, I was just wondering, do I need a building inspector?
A lot of people wonder about the idea of getting a building inspection or a pest inspection. When you've been saving up a long time to buy a home and you've found the place that you love, you might think about the cost of a building and pest inspector and think, do I really want to spend that money? But I think the answer there is it's a really good idea. Building inspector is going to give you a great sense of whether there's any underlying problems in the house, structural problems, leaks, things like that. They might also be able to give you a sense of what sort of maintenance you might be up for in the future. The other thing is a pest inspector is going to do exactly what it says on the box. They're going to go and see, are there any visible signs of termites or other pests? Certainly encourage it. I think it's a really good idea to look at getting a building and pest inspector.
Yeah, sounds good.
Awesome. Just to add on to that, Andrew, when is the best time to do a building inspection?
Yeah, there's a couple of ways you can play that. So when you're signing the contract to buy the home, you can actually add a condition to say it's subject to satisfactory building and pest inspection. The other way that you can do it is you do have a 2-day cooling off period. So you can go and get your building and pest inspections done during that cooling off without making the contract subject to building and pest. And you can read it and make a decision inside that cooling off period as well. Important to call out that buying at auction is a completely different ballgame. And if you're buying at auction, you don't have that cooling off period available to you.
Right.
And you might not be able to put those conditions on it. You may have to get the building and pest done before auction, even if you don't think you're going to win it.
Amazing. Hey, let's go to Ash and Seaton. Ash, you have a question for Andrew as well.
My question is, what does a conveyancer do in the home buying process? That thing has me really confused, like what they actually do.
Yeah, so first thing, you definitely need a conveyancer, and they're a really important part of the process, but not many people really understand exactly what a conveyancer does. Most important thing to remember is the conveyancer's there, and they represent your interests through the process of actually getting the title of that property transferred into your name. So they're the one who will work out a settlement time with the vendor. They'll coordinate with your bank and your lender to make sure everything goes through properly, and they'll have a good look at the T's and C's and just make sure that everything is right and they're protecting your interests along the way too. So you need a licensed conveyancer.
Awesome. Thank you for that.
No worries.
Hey, let's wrap things up with Jackie over in Norwood. Jackie, what is your question for Andrew?
Hey guys, I was just wondering, is the deposit the only thing that you have to pay?
Yeah, and an important question too, because of course through Homestart you might have access to a 2% deposit, but you've got to recognise there's a whole lot of other things that you need to pay for when you're buying the home as well. And these are things like stamp duty, transfer fees. If you're not going through Homestart, you might have lender's mortgage insurance to pay for example. So you've got to recognise that there are a number of costs. The good news is that if you go onto a website like homestart.com.au, you can get onto the calculators, and the calculators can help estimate what all of those upfront costs might be and help you really understand what you need to save up for as well, in addition to the deposit.
Okay, thank you.
Cheers, Jackie. So are you saying Homestart can help with those upfront costs associated with buying a home?
Yeah, we do have a couple of options there that can help. Firstly, obviously our calculators can give you a sense of what all those upfront costs are, but we do have a product called the Starter Loan, which can provide up to $10,000 towards the upfront costs. It's interest-free, it's repayment-free for 7 years.
Wow.
So that's a really good deal. There is some income criteria around it. So the best place to get more information about Homestart Starter Loan is our website, homestart.com.au.
We heard it here first. Andrew, thank you so much for coming in, week out, and providing us with such crucial information. We cannot recommend Homestart enough, Adelaide. If you're looking at buying a home and all their amazing offers, like their 2% graduate loan, I mean, it is a place to go whether you're starting out or starting over. Head to homestart.com.au. Andrew, you've been a pleasure. Thank you so much for coming in all these times.
Hey, it's been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed the questions from everyone. It's been terrific. And remember, Homestart is here to help South Australians. You know, whether you're a first home buyer or you're getting back into the market, that's a really important part of what Homestart does. So we've been helping home buyers in South Australia for over 35 years now. And it's a great part of the community, and we just love helping people buy homes.
No, thanks for your work, Andrew.
No worries. It's been fun, guys. Thanks.
Cheers.